Agenda where's that bill?
Welcome to the episode of Into the West Comics. My name is Frank. Sonny is here.
What it do, baby? Damn, you used to say that. I haven't said that in a long time. Wow. Hi. How's it going, guys?
The hot dog corn dog Paul is here.
Hi. It's 2025 and the Lakers still need a center.
Damn.
Yeah, it's true.
True.
That's true.
Is that where you're starting the vibe off with?
Yeah, they've needed one since 2021.
Yeah.
AD.
No, they had Dwight and JaVale in 2020. Yeah, that's what I said.
Uncle Nephew.
all right.
We're gonna break down more Lakers highlights later. Uncle Nephew Shane is here.
Game 6 tomorrow night.
Good morning.
Nice shirt, dude.
Thank you. It was a gift
Yeah, dude. From who?
from you, son, man.
Oh wow.
You're right, dude. So thoughtful of me to get you such a cool t-shirt.
I agree. And unlike most jabronis that wear Nirvana shirts,
You can name some songs.
I know Nirvana. Nirvana was a friend of mine. You, sir, are no Nirvana.
That's funny because
Whoever wears these shirts. And doesn't
I'm
know
wearing
it.
a metal t-shirt too. That is one of my favorite bands, and I know a lot of their songs. As well.
Oh, I'll be. Look at us.
Yeah,
Let's
dude.
just turn this into a music show.
Music and sports. We don't
Forget
even
the
do comics
comics.
anymore.
You're right. Let's throw out the whole game plan.
You're turning it all over the world.
Over there in the lounge. He's back.
Lounge.
Lounge.
Oh,
Brother Marcus is here.
Hey everyone.
Ooh, nice
Hey,
shirt.
all
Yeah.
right.
Oh.
Did you say let's ditch the whole game plan? No, let's keep the game plan and let Marvel do it for us.
See, look. Look, okay. This
coming at you.
we got to talk about
Hey-o.
this movie that we're gonna actually all gonna go watch. Well, not all of us. We're gonna go watch
I missed
later.
the joke. Why was that so good?
Because Marvel is destroying comics and
Yeah,
Marvel
they're
type products are
they're
destroying all
wearing
of
they're
it.
beating the horse a little too much. It's a pulp now. It's pink mist.
Damn. So I've heard good things about this movie that we're gonna watch later.
That's why I'm confused.
We're going to be Thunderbolts deep. on
We're gonna
that
be
movie
Thunderbolts
tonight.
deep, and apparently it's been getting good reviews. And there's a really dope after credit scene, post credit scene.
Hey, you have
Supposed to be
not
the one.
watched?
I've not watched. I swear.
That doesn't mean he hasn't read about
That's
it.
what he says.
No, I didn't do either.
You know what? I believe him. Hey, Tanya.
No. It's it'll
He keeps laughing.
it'll be It'll be really big for the next phase, and
You don't know anything about it?
Allegedly.
allegedly it'll be like rewarding for the phase that we did get.
Allegedly, Morbius shows up.
Yeah, dude.
Oh no, not
it's
Morbius.
It's
What's the
Morbin
joke we
time.
used to make?
It's more than time.
Mephisto.
Mephisto. Thank you.
Oh man,
that's
I
what I
hope.
meant.
Fingers crossed.
Let's get into it this week, guys.
In this episode, we're going to be talking about Last of Us. Have we lost interest? Andor continues to be pretty super dope.
Yeah.
What would we like
it.
to see Tony Gilroy take on as a future potential Star Wars project, if he could?
Yeah.
We're going to get into some Marvel rumors, talking about Doomsday,
Yep.
Spider-Man Brand New Day,
Yep.
and some other things with some shows and whatever. We're going to talk about that. We're going to do Copper Drop, of course. And then I'm going to ask you guys a question about the theater-going experience.
Okay.
What about it? Oh,
You gotta wait, man.
I was
That's,
gonna say, you gotta wait
that's called
for
a
the damn
tease, bro.
question.
sorry.
But before we get into that, we've got to decide if Sonny, is this The Last of Us having to watch The Last of Us?
Do you not like it anymore?
Are you done? Can I be done with this?
It sounds like
Frank's
are
Frank's
you
done.
done? Did that?
I watched.
Frank is projecting.
I watched
He
it
is.
last week.
And what did you feel about it?
I liked it.
But
I'm
doesn't
not that
care.
interested in the show. It feels like another zombie show.
is
He
it
doesn't
because
care.
Pedro Pascal isn't in it anymore?
No,
Nothing to do with it.
No.
He just hates it.
no.
What do you feel
I didn't
about
say I hate it. I didn't hate it.
No, because my
I watched it.
My critique is way more nitpicky.
True.
Before we walked in here, you weren't here yet. Because you'd be late.
I wasn't late.
No, you
Isn't
weren't
it
late.
because that
this
wasn't
week.
meant to be an insult? It was just a fact.
Before we
But
walked in here yet, you weren't
You
in
weren't
here.
you weren't in here yet. Well, we were talking about something. My bad, dude. I didn't mean that.
So he just came around the corner again,
go
like
ahead.
he just spawned in. I'm just sitting in my car, finishing watching the third episode or sixth episode of Andor.
Transported
Sonny comes
him.
around the corner.
Anyway, look, there's a lot of things in the game where the stakes felt a lot higher, and I get it. This is a TV show, so they gotta like maybe draw things out, add extra things, or condense things, or make what. There's all kind of
What have you?
what have you about it. You know?
Whole minutia.
Okay, so. And I hate when anytime I talk about what my opinion is on the show, I'm like, in the game.
That's
No,
normally
but-
how it
but-
starts.
But that's your reference point.
Right.
But it wouldn't be a TV show if it wasn't a game first.
Correct.
So,
Okay, so in the source material,
sounds better.
Tommy has crashed out and he left before Dina and Ellie.
Sure.
So I get it. He had to stay around, and I really liked the monologue of him, like them doing the council, and afterwards. I know you guys don't really watch the after show. It showed I think there was like 3 or 4 votes that voted to like crash out, and who's the leader? Homegirl that was in True Blood, Tommy's wife, the one who calls the council. It's not Mary. It's not Tammy. You know what I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about.
Helga.
It's not Helga, dude.
Marianne?
It's not Marianne either. I hate both of you guys. She was revealed to be one of the ones that voted to crash out.
Maria.
Like, Maria. She voted to like, let's go do this. And there was only a couple people that were down, and I loved the duality of
Maria.
yeah, thanks, buddy. You're
Is that the final answer?
Yeah.
Is that the final answer?
Big fans of the show.
Yeah. Frank just
I was gonna say Linda, but I don't know.
You guys all suck.
Carol with the episode 3 was meh. She liked 1 and 2 though.
Go ahead.
See? I mean,
Finish your thought.
I thought
No, I really want you to get into the comparison between the game and the
it's
show
just,
because that's what people are going to want to watch too. So
and the crash out that makes Tommy go, and you got to deal with a lot of stuff, like leading up to where probably they're going to do this in the end of the season. Something else is going to happen, and the consequences of that lead up to something like so far dark and so far like deep, and they can't even go that route anymore because they just didn't do it. So I am invested into the show because it is a great adaptation of an amazing game, but there are points of this show where I lose the connection.
They dead end. They've dead ended of you.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, well, cool, you know. So it is good and it's great. And even in this episode, Bella Ramsey gave me more like, all right, she's kind of cool, I guess. Like, I guess I'm coming around, but I don't know, man. It's hard for me to be so connected to a game, and then they do the show, and then I just nitpick. You know what I mean?
It's hard for you to consume the two different versions.
Yeah, because I'm also playing the game like alongside of watching the show.
You got to start playing Madden or FIFA or something.
Yeah,
right now,
dude,
so
and
you
then
don't
be
get
so
too upset
excited
about
for that, right? Yeah,
You know, 'cause
Lakers in 5.
Football season's
Yeah,
because of the Lakers. Marcus, are you watching Last of Us?
I was, but
Okay.
yeah, basically I feel the same way you do, Frank. I'm kind of like, it's just another zombie show to me now.
See,
It felt, the first season felt, different, felt original, felt fresh. I do not have experience with the game, so I don't have that as a point of reference.
Yeah.
But at the same time, neither should anyone else have to rely on that in order to enjoy it. You should be able to enjoy it as a show in and of itself, like Daredevil. You should be able to enjoy Daredevil as a show itself. Then, maybe reference the fact that, it happens to be a comic book character, So it kind of fell flat. Episode 2 felt very, copy. I think it was episode 1. No, it was episode 2. Episode 2 felt very copy and paste from maybe something that was done last season. I think I maybe have mentioned that in an earlier show, but even then, I still is it lacking stakes? Like, are we missing some stakes building in this?
could be.
Because I don't feel compelled to care
That's fair.
about anyone.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So that's what I'm missing. Like I don't feel any attachment to any of the characters, whether they be the new ones or the ones that we followed thus far. It kind of just fell off. Like, okay, all right, that was a great one season. Bye.
Interesting.
Paul?
So I am also kind of on the same page as Frank, not to the same extent though. I've watched the first 2 episodes and I thought they were good. I think now that Joel has died, I do think the stakes are a little bit like, all right, well, that was the big thing this season that I was waiting for. I kind of thought they were, which is why I thought they were going to do it later in the season.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, it makes sense why they did it when they did it. It's
Yeah.
when it makes sense to do it. But I have not watched the 3rd episode, and because I'm just like, well, I know a little different from Sonny. I know when I played the game after Joel died, I was just
Call
like,
him Joel just now.
I have a student named Joel, and so it's hard to. That's the reason why that just happened. But Joel,
Noel, happy
Joel.
Noel, Yuletide, everyone.
Happy holidays.
anyways,
Yes. Christmas in May.
after he dies, I was a little bit Joel. I was a little less interested in the game as well until
Yeah.
later when it picks back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Sure.
This is the game as well.
And I will watch this episode, and I do think it's good. I think the TV show is good, and it is not just for me. It isn't just another
Zombie
show because,
You already know what's up.
well, yeah, and I also think that The Walking Dead really sucks, and I think
It ended bad.
I didn't watch enough.
It
of
went
it.
on too long.
First,
though.
after the prison,
It went too long.
you
I watched-
killed Stephen Yeun. A lot. That's almost like what the Joel effect is going on.
I was
of.
never on board with The Walking Dead. I watched
Never?
the first couple episodes and was like, meh.
Damn, for real.
Man, if
Yeah,
you
and then
invested
I've watched-
years watching Walking Dead,
Then
you
I've
probably
watched
feel different about this.
episodes here and there throughout, like some of the Negan stuff and some other stuff, but it just never really was. Yeah,
What'd you say?
yeah. All right.
Strictly for my Negan.
But I think
Wow. All right.
Crazy joke.
Oh man.
You did
and I
not-
guess that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I was like, after
Oh man.
after not.
I was just gonna say, Last of Us stands out more for me than, like, say, The Walking Dead.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's better acted. I know that.
it's better acting, but you haven't played the game, so you're in it as just like a
As a regular viewer,
regular viewer,
Right.
And so you must have something to say about the characters because you have the screen of the cast on your phone. So
Sure.
I'm interested.
it's like I'm curious to see if
It's like this.
It's like this.
nobody's supposed to know that,
I know, dude.
but I want to make sure I get everybody's name right since we already blew.
Maybe he's looking at the meme of what's her name, Bella Ramsey as Buzz Lightyear.
That was good. That was good. No, that was good.
That is good.
Got the Jay Leno chin going.
I'm curious. What I'm curious to see, like, it's only episode
Three.
that
There's only 7 episoets.
Total.
So,
we got 4 more. I don't know if you know math.
I can get
That's how it works.
7 from 3. Got it. Already.
Let me see if
Minus 4, so there's 4 more.
Yep.
see if I can get this out.
You got it. You got it. My bad. Fight through it, buddy. It's your turn to talk.
Fight through it. Fight through it.
Fight through the math.
I'm saying this. I'm happy to give this show a chance, just based on the first season. I know Joel is dead, but I mean, but it's okay. I know there's going to be things coming up. Steven Schmurr is going to be on the show soon. I mean, Jeffrey Wright. Jeffrey Wright.
Bro has the thing right there. I'm like,
Jeffrey Wright's going to be on the show
Yes.
soon. Let's see what he do.
he do be doing some cool stuff.
Let's see what else happens. I think
Steven Schmurr.
Steven Schmurr, Jeffrey
I-
Wright,
Can we
I
call Jeffrey
love
Wright that?
Steven Schmurr.
Steven Schmurr, yeah.
People watch
New
it.
name.
Let's see if they can. Everybody seems to be down on it, and I agree to some extent with Frank and with Paul. Like after a while, it's just people fighting with people, and then they just sprinkle some zombies in
Yeah.
there.
Right.
That's what. Yeah, and that's what I don't want to see. I want to see them at least try to. You would think all the people would be together when it comes to trying to fight zombies first and
Right.
foremost. But I understand
Right.
people are trying to take this or that. But we did see it during Walking Dead and all the other zombie
Yeah, all
shows.
those,
we've
sure.
seen. But let's see if Let's see what else they got. I'm curious to see how at least this season ends.
That's
'Cause
funny.
This is supposed to be.
I think we got, and see, that's the thing. I think we got enough of the human interaction, the politics, the kind of civilization,
more?
Nope.
kind of within it.
Nope, there's more. There's more. The group that they show, they're called
Wolves?
they're called the Seraphites.
Oh, Seraphites. The people with the scratches, the scars.
Yeah, the
on their
scars.
face.
The duality weird that you kind of get with them is they're introduced as a father and a daughter on the road trying to look for safety on the run from their past.
Right.
And I don't
Sound familiar?
Yeah, it sounds familiar, right? Spoiler alert. The travel does not go that well for them. And you kind of see like the what if, or the Ellie seeing like, oh, that could have been me, or like this is
Right.
what I'm doing to people. Like their group is they follow a religious what they call her, a prophet, and they live very like minimalist. They don't use technology.
They're
it's-
Amish?
Almost. It's like zombie Amish, like
Zombish.
zombie core Amish.
There's Amish.
Yeah, zombish.
Wow.
And no, so like
It's a
when you
fine
meet
pool,
this
but there's
group,
no bar in English.
when you meet this group, Abby gets a really compelling, if they do it, Abby gets a really compelling storyline with 2 of these scars, and I think it might be coming up. There's a lot of the promotional footage where they show like red smoke, and it's from this encounter that goes on. So I'm excited, man. I hope
So
they
you want
do
that?
it.
So you're still on board?
I'm all the way still on board. I'm just a little upset that a couple of the things don't go how I saw.
Maybe they could have hooked us a little more if they maybe introduced the zombie stuff a little earlier, like especially in that second episode. Because we got a little of it where like, oh man, yeah, this is zombies intelligent. It seems to be involving, and evolving. Okay, great. That would have been better to have than just another council meeting or another. Well, was it a church function? I forget what it was, but
New
Shout out
Year's
Sinners.
Eve dance.
yeah, it was a dance.
An enchantment under the sea dance.
Yeah, so that we already got that.
Under the sea.
We get it.
Under Dusty.
They're doing the best they can as a little small tight knit little society, self-contained, trying to maintain as much normalcy as they can. But at the same time, it's like, okay, let's see more of what's going on outside. I want to see what's going on outside. I want to see some more action, maybe.
Season 1 did such a good job of it about being like very original and like
Right.
this whole thing.
Season 1 was incredible.
It was awesome.
The one-off
Duh.
with Nick
Yo.
Offerman. I thought. I wonder if there'll be something like that.
There's gonna be another
Yeah,
show
I
like
think
that.
so.
Like you guys said, it kind of season 2 kind of just seems like another zombie show
But why this season is only 7 episodes and not 10, and like not dragging things out,
because they're
but
gonna
just taking more
part
time.
part 2 is is going to be 2 parts. They're going to cliffhanger it for sure.
All right. That
And
makes
there's
sense,
no
I
other game.
guess.
Probably.
There's no game right now.
They've got to
so they
take their
can't-
time
Yeah, they
to
can't do it. They can't
Well,
do a
that
part
doesn't
3 next
out
year.
as much
No
as they
source
can.
material doesn't stop them because
No,
Y'all seen Game of Thrones?
Shogun does not have a. The book is the book, and the series covered the entirety of.
And
the
they're doing a whole
first book,
original thing.
and they're doing an original story for the
But
second
then they
one
did that
the
with
same
Game of
character.
Thrones because the old beard man wasn't finished with the game and the book.
Right.
Beard man?
The Game of the Thrones.
He still is not.
He
Game
still
of
is not.
Thrones, yeah.
So
Hard
that's
to
why
blame
we
them
got
for that at
season
this point.
8. And for anybody watching or knows anything about Game of Thrones, to ruin that show at season 8 it sucked so bad because
Yeah, it was
people
brutal.
come up and they're like the
was rough.
HBO execs are like, y'all, we got to put this show out. So like, let's just put out whatever, and it sucked, bro. It sucked. Season 8 sucked.
I think too. I mean, I don't know if you agree with me or not.
I
Mike,
don't.
It
dude.
sucked. It just wasn't.
But I think that a lot of shows that because
sucked,
we
bro.
say it's an HBO show, I think it has like street cred with people
Yeah,
or
it has
something,
super high
and they
regards.
go, "Oh, it's great. It's on HBO. It's so dope. It's on HBO."
premium television.
You know what I'm saying? Like it gets a little bit more clout to it because it has a
going.
big production budget and everything else
You're a
behind
big
it.
production. budget.
And
Yeah, I am.
They have more. They have more to draw from as
Sure they
well.
do.
Their library, and then they have just a better track record.
But if
overall.
they're going to be stretching out this multiple seasons, what they're going to be doing with this source material from the second game, right? They're going to stretch this out
Freaking
multiple
podcast.
seasons. I think it's going to be hard for them to get where they want to be without. Then you make the third game, and then they're going to say, "Oh, well, we're doing like this retcon type of thing to kind of incorporate what the story is from the show." Because I don't know how far they are in developing, but I know from you guys, because you guys are the gamers here. Okay, it takes a long time to develop a game.
There's not even a like concept yet. There's not even
So, I
there's
mean-
not even a
What is this?
mocap. There's
You
not
gotta
even
be
a
kidding
pre.
me. Really?
And it could be
thing.
like a
I'm
completely
sure there's
different
ideas.
storyline, right? It could be like a big time jump.
What the
and everything.
in the like the zeitgeist of Reddit's is that it's not going to be an Ellie or Abby.
It shouldn't be. It wouldn't make sense for it.
For how
to
it
be.
ends, it shouldn't.
Unless it God of War style, they time jumped it way forward.
Yeah.
And Quan's annoying. And it is a completely different story of Ellie, like at Joel's age. But yeah,
and she saves a little boy that's
she has
immune,
a similar,
and they travel to Alaska.
or she has a little boy. The zombie thing has been cured somehow.
Yeah.
And the little boy she meets
Like
actually
COVID.
carries the virus and could restart it, and people want to kill the boy, and she's got to protect it. I don't know. Crazy pitch. I should
Be very
Wow.
good.
Honestly, that sounds kind of fire.
But
you, Paul.
anyways,
That's why they pay
so
you.
but
the
to give
big
you some
bucks.
context, like the God of War games, it took 10 years for the next one to come out.
It took 10 years for it to, yeah.
For the 2018 one to come out, and then
What's your name?
I don't know what's so funny.
What's your name?
I'm not responding to
The
you.
apostrophe is my favorite.
Yeah, 10 years, you said.
just need to put an R there, Jor-El.
And it took God of War 2018 came out,
Superman.
and then the sequel to that, and they started production almost immediately on that. Came out 4 years later.
Superman's daddy.
And they're doing a God of War movie,
Should
show,
be.
right?
On Amazon, they're saying,
Yeah.
and if they don't do that to the letter, I will be.
Henry Cavill.
You're gonna ruin it.
Maybe.
So is it like
God, please.
so is it
No.
like
Oh my
World of
God.
Warcraft, whereas we call it WoW, so they're gonna call it GAO?
They do
God
call
of
it.
War.
They do call it
They do
Gal.
call
They
it.
do
Gal.
call it GAO.
Yeah, they do
Oh,
call it
okay.
Gal, unfortunately. But that's
dope.
no that.
God of War is a dope and incredible story.
Yes.
Wow.
So for
but
me,
that's not the point.
so for me, where it is close to the sleeve or heart or I don't know what the actual term.
Wallet?
What?
I don't know.
Pay for any of that. If and when they do this God of War show and they don't do it correctly, it's gonna piss you off.
It's gonna
So you're saying it's
be
like-
very annoying.
That's where it is for me, where I'm
Yeah.
like, oh damn, like they're like when Ellie and Tommy are using the sniper and you're like figuring out how to like shoot zombies and you have a
Long
scope in this
range.
one, so like you're learning how to use a scope. I'm like, damn, they're doing it on point.
Yeah.
And then there's times where I'm like,
But also,
what is going on?
to compare the two, The Last of Us is also a much easier thing to adapt. Whereas with God of War, there is going to be things they look at and go, "Oh,
Can't do that."
We don't need that."
Yeah.
And then fans are going to be like, "Well, then you didn't get the game because you should have put that in.
Right.
It's also a long ass game though.
Well, true, but there is a lot of things with the character that they could really, really mess up, and that I hope they do not.
So,
Interesting.
Jason Momoa or Batista?
The dude who plays God of Kratos,
I know what you meant. The
Kratos
guy who voices
the
Kratos.
guy who voices
I don't know why
Kratos.
that
Well,
was
he
so funny to
mocaps
me.
him too.
Yeah.
Should play Kratos. His name is. He was in one of the space shows in like
Zach
the 90s.
Galifianakis?
No. Big buff black dude, big old chin. Can't remember
Big
his
old
name.
chin.
He should play Kratos.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, it would be sick because
Was he
it
in
would just sound
Stargate
like
or
him.
something?
Stargate. He was in Stargate. Yeah. He should play
Ben
Kratos.
Schmurr.
And if they cast somebody like Dave
I think he played
Bautista,
Steven
it's
Schmurr.
immediately an indication to me that it's going to suck.
Yeah.
My favorite actor.
Or if it's like The
Steven
Rock.
Schmurr.
That would be terrible as
The
well.
Rock.
Although the trailer,
man.
the trailer for the trailer for the smashing machine looked real good.
I'm glad you went into it before I could.
Four.
Trailer.
looks way good.
The
trailer
trailer
looks
looked
really
good.
Oh, brother.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Okay, we're
Talking
gonna.
about Last of Us HBO video game adaptions.
Are you done watching Andor? So we can talk about it now.
Yeah.
All right.
I finished before the show started, like 10 seconds
in
before
my
the show started.
Andor.
But
Marcus, are you up on the whole Andor stuff?
Christopher Priest is his name.
Man,
Yeah.
Have you been watching
Oh,
Andor?
Christopher Priest. No, I haven't.
Read it. Great. Have you seen the first season?
No.
Oh, it's great.
That show.
Okay, so
This show tough to follow.
as you know, Tony Gilroy, the showrunner for that,
He's dope.
I think he's done a great job with Andor so far.
too.
I want to get your guys' thoughts on what you've been liking about. I don't think there's been much to dislike, but what have you been liking so far about Andor season 2?
Man, that recast though.
Benjamin Bratt
You've been
for
sitting there waiting to say that.
Oh.
Dude,
The
I
entire
was.
time,
Dude.
yeah.
I was. Dude.
all right.
Doesn't he always fill in for Jimmy Smits, Benjamin Bratt?
Crazy that you say that.
Why is that, Sonny?
I don't know. I didn't know that he's not going to be filling in for anybody anymore. The
What?
other guy.
Why? Jimmy Smits?
Jimmy Smits is
He
deceased.
passed away.
Oh, he passed away?
Yeah.
Somebody else didn't know somebody was dead on the show.
Yes, dude. I was
Can we call Shane Jimmy Smits and play lines of his audio over Shane every time
I
he
had
talks
no
for the next 4
idea.
weeks?
When did that happen?
See,
what year
dude?
was that?
I said the same thing.
Did it happen? Well, it took a while for Andor to come back out again.
It's been a while.
It's like a year and a half ago that he died.
Um,
Jimmy Smits?
Jimmy Smits is alive.
What? You told me
guys
you
are
agreed
morons.
with me.
And he agreed.
He agreed with me.
You suck. Both of you guys.
You guys are
Dude.
absolute
Apologies to Jimmy Smits
morons.
and the estate of Jimmy Smits
Yo.
and to his
Marcus.
wife.
I have no
Wanda
idea what's
de
happening right
Jesus.
now.
Morons.
I know. I have no. I have no
I'm like,
idea.
when did he?
sucks.
I would've-
So why didn't he do the show?
According to Paul, he died.
No, according to him too. He's not getting it. He's going on the
I
bus.
thought he did.
Both of you guys were like, I'm like, oh, he was.
Frank
he was
even looked it up while we were sitting out there, and he said, "Yeah, 2023."
I was trying to say
He
like
died.
Is that when he got fired? Or
He
like,
died in NYPD Blue when he was like the detective.
That's
and,
right.
You know, with,
Before Ricky Schroeder.
Close enough, yeah.
I think he died in Sons of Anarchy too.
Like,
I don't know. I don't remember.
Listen, before you guys say I'm too drunk or too this or too that,
I'm gonna
you need to
leave.
check
I'm so
yourselves.
mad.
Paul, check yourself. Frank, check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself. Because it's like this. I know if Jimmy Smith is alive or not.
Are all the members of Das Effects alive?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, I didn't make sure before Shane gets called out for that.
Are they alive?
Yeah, I think so.
Uh oh.
Anywho, what did you think of
Wu-Tang?
Andor?
No, Old Dirty's gone, unfortunately.
Yes.
What did I think of Andor? So 3 episodes a week. 3 episodes a
tough.
week is tough. Almost 3 hours of viewing is very difficult.
It's tough to keep it straight.
I was telling Sonny, I was like, for somebody who's unemployed or is like in college or something, they probably love this. They
You
go
are
home and sit
both,
down and
dude.
are able to just.
You're unemployed and in college.
Mr. B?
Yeah, I'm not
and
gonna get into
deceased.
it. But I was about to say something
Jimmy
so mean.
Smits. All right, go ahead.
But
I'm unemployed and have not been.
I was
in
gonna
college.
say at least I went to college. But
Damn.
but anyways,
Gotta
but
defend
the
himself.
show's really good.
Apologies.
Crazy, bro.
You can't let anything
Sorry,
just
bro.
lie.
Apologies to Jimmy Smits. There he is.
Why didn't he do the show? Not enough
Jimmy
money?
Smith's got some guns.
He's actually
but-
on the line. He's calling right now.
Yeah, hello, Jimmy Smits. We're sorry. Come on the show. Because you're alive, unlike Coolio. So
Wow. Rude. Wow.
Andor's really good.
How are we burning
And
each other with dead people?
The
That's
difference
crazy.
about Jimmy Smith isn't dead, so we're not burning each other with dead people.
All right, go ahead. Andor is good. Go ahead, Paul.
I think we need 5 seconds of silence.
Okay.
For Jimmy Smith?
Oh, dude.
He's not dead.
You guys are the worst. Andor's really good, and I think the reason it's very good is because it's not trying to fill in parts of a story
Dude, just like fill it
that
in.
were
dude.
not
Just like,
very good. Like the vast majority of these television shows that have been coming out are continuations of shows
Hell yeah,
that
dude.
were reasons and attempting
well.
to supplement the prequels because they sucked and the storytelling was whack and everyone thought Anakin was a whiny crybaby. People go back and
Clothes
watch
whack.
those and they're like, this is so compelling now because I know that Ahsoka is so upset with him right now. No, the movie's not more compelling because of something you watched in a cartoon. Please stop it.
What's up with your voice?
Anyways.
What's happening?
nah,
right now?
he
Why
got
is
really
so-
into
Wait,
that.
he got a
Andor
a little
gives you a
spicy.
different look than literally anything else Star Wars does. It
Yes.
shows you what
Literally anything else.
it shows
Widowy.
you what the real people in Star Wars and the people in the rebellion are having to go through. And looking at Andor and Luthen's like battling ideologies, where Luthen's like, it doesn't matter if they burn. It matters if they burn bright enough for the other rebellion,
other
for more
rebellion.
people to
Yeah,
see
to
and join
join.
the rebellion. And Andor's like, what are we talking about, bro? Letting
wanna
people
die.
burn and die for the rebellion? That's what we're about?
Yeah.
And Luthen's like, yeah, if we want
Yes.
to win. And it's like, you
It
see
is.
where both of them are coming from.
They're
And
all
it's,
sacrificing something.
it's very, very
All the
good.
characters, they're
And
all
boy, oh
sacrificing
boy.
Boy, oh boy.
Boy, oh boy. And boy, oh boy.
Boy, oh boy.
Is Bix going to die?
Hold on to your hats.
That girl,
Wittily.
Adriana
Wittily.
Adorno's character is going to die.
She's hot.
She is going out of here
Yes.
because Andor's got to be even more jaded once he gets to Rogue One.
Yeah.
Be able to
Yes.
have the relationship
Yeah,
he
there's no
has
way
with
Bix comes
what's
out
her
of this
name,
alive.
Jyn Erso.
Yeah.
And it's gonna really suck when that happens to her character because I like her character a lot
Jen Erso,
and
what's
I
the
like
actress's
their
name?
relationship.
Missy Elliott. What's her name?
All right. Anyways, I think it's fantastic, Shane.
Shane.
I like Vel Samartha. What's her name? Vel Samartha.
What the
Samantha.
hell are you talking about, bro?
My favorite character on the show
I like
is
the person that
Look,
can't
he's like
say
looking
their
up
name.
on his screen and he's like, I still don't know what this says.
Vel
Shane's favorite character is
Sartha.
General Shaduka.
Sign or sound it out.
Vel Sartha. is
Okay.
her name.
Finger
I like
stretch
her.
it.
Played by Faye Marseille.
All right.
That is my favorite character
How,
on this
how,
show.
how come?
Because she plays a lesbian on the show, number one. Number two, she is
Pasty redhead.
very pasty, and has red hair.
A hot piece of
About the
space ass.
show.
She is very. Oh, the show?
Yeah, like what's
That show's
going on?
alright.
What do you like?
No, the show's
My
great.
favorite character is Val Shamnar.
Saw Gerrera's part in the last couple episodes
Dude.
was dope.
I mean,
Forrest
it's-
And that's
Whitaker is
like
dope.
that's like a little look
so
ahead
well
because he's like
You see
basically
why he's
huffing
out
the
of
what is
his
it called
mind.
Spice.
the spice stuff, and then that's why he's wearing the oxygen mask later on in Rogue One because it's like it's killing him, but
Yeah.
he's like strung out.
Like
Yeah,
space.
It's like,
Space
it's like
asbestos.
it's like space
space
meth.
weed.
It's like space meth.
Yeah.
I love it.
Not the space.
Marcus, you got to watch it, bro.
Forrest Whitaker.
gotta
That's
watch
dope.
That's actually what
Sinners.
the
dope.
And you
that's
gotta watch
actually what I
Andor.
brought over to the house.
I think that's what my son he brought over. He brought over that stuff from that planet.
He brought some of that Saw
best
Gerrera.
thing-
Good, good.
I brought that Saul
Good.
Guerrero OG player.
What
He
Andor
knocked me out,
does
bro.
is make
That was
the
crazy.
big
That
moments
OG
in the
Saw
other
Kush.
Star Wars stuff matter more because you know there is
Yeah.
actual people
Yes.
being hurt by this,
Actual
Right.
and they're
people being
talking
actually
about.
hurt.
They're building a building in the
They're
square
building a
of.
building.
Yeah, well, yes, that's what they do.
I know, but they built a building.
In Gorman,
I don't know why that was so
and
funny to me.
everyone knows it's a weapon plant, but they keep saying it's something else, and it's like watching something usurp you in real time, but there's nothing you can do about it. Everyone's like, I know this is happening, and I know
Yeah.
this is what's going to happen, but what are we to do? And it feels very real.
You know why else I love
not,
it real
though, 'cause
fast?
it's Star
That the
Wars.
Gormans are reckless. They want to stop them so desperately that they will mess up in order to stop them. And Andor's just like, you guys are gonna get yourselves killed.
They're a
But
little
Luthen-
fancy, right?
Yeah,
they're
but
kind of
Luthen-
like a
but
bunch.
Luthen is like,
They're like a lot of
He's
Frenchies.
like, whether they succeed
Know
or
what I'm
they
saying?
don't, we win either way.
We win because they're trying to stop this from happening, and it's
they're
only
gonna
going to make
inspire
us
people,
look good. Yeah, it's only going to make everything else look good.
How are you liking the show there, Sonny?
It's chill.
All right, cool. It's great. If Tony Gilroy was going to be taking on another Star Wars project potentially, like
Mandalorian.
they're saying that they're going to talk to him about
There's already a Mandalorian.
being involved in some other Star Wars project down the line. What would you guys like to see him do? Something with maybe a post Return of the Jedi something?
How about post Rise of Skywalker?
How about a post?
Let him develop that out a little bit before.
How about
people jump in.
redo the sequel trilogy?
Well, we could redo the prequel trilogy while we're at it.
redo everything.
Let's just
Redo
do
everything
with
with him.
the success
Down.
of Sinners with such an original project.
You want him to
How
remake
about,
Sinners?
No. How about we just like not remake
you like
everything every 5 to 10 years? How about
No.
we just like do some new stuff like
No.
Andor, which is successful and great.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we were joking about
Thank you.
remaking the.
No, I know that. I'm just saying that's where I'm at. Like, how about this is?
I want
how about-
Tony Gilroy to start to expand the universe if he's going to do something post the sequel trilogy. I think
Oh,
giving
so
him
like
his
what
own,
I said. Like
That's
you know,
what I said before Frank even said the sequel thing. What are you talking about, bro?
We're supposed to be friends, and I feel like this
You
is
took his
reverting back
answer.
to 6
Man, you
episodes
guys can't
ago.
stay
You guys
friends 2
remember
weeks
when I
in a
thought
row.
Jimmy Smith was dead?
I remember that.
You took his answer.
And I agreed.
You know, I would love to see them use the storyline of Cal Katarn, the Jedi Outcast. That was a great game. And Cal, maybe somebody
Cal Kestis?
Cal Katarn.
Kartatarn?
Cal Katarn, yeah.
You're thinking of a different game, Frank.
Jedi Outcast, yeah. So that was a great game. It was on PC, and then they ported it over to the classic Xbox, which is known now, the original Xbox. And it was a great game, and it was this compelling story about this guy who was force sensitive, and he had to kind of accept that the fact that he's going to have to, he's not just a run of the mill kind of smuggler. He's actually going to have, he's going to actually. It's almost like if Han Solo had force, powers, and then
That's me pretty much.
and he basically becomes a Jedi, and,
That's
and has
like
to,
describing me, brother. Like that's
so
sick, dude.
it was really good. I thought it was a
Ladies,
really good
I'm
game, and that would have been something like that. Not necessarily that particular character or storyline, but something
Nice.
after everything is done. No more Skywalker. No more Skywalker at all. We want to see some new Jedi. Or some new force sensitive
That's
people.
what
who,
I'm saying.
I agree.
and
No
go
more
for it.
Skywalker.
Stone is over here in the chat. He's saying, how about like a Knights of Old Republic
Yeah.
type of deal?
Oh yeah, or predate. Yeah,
that
go
James?
go.
Yeah.
James is there.
Yeah, go back. Yeah, James, I dig that too. Like, because there was rumor of that actually coming together as well. I know right around the time the game was coming out, people were kind of pushing for that. I wouldn't mind seeing that either. Let's see the Galactic Republic. 3,000 years. Before when Sith and the Jedi were plentiful. Let's see them. Let's see the clashes. Let's see how that panned out. I mean, we know how it pans out because we have the story
Nah,
already.
but we ain't seen it, though.
But we haven't seen the active.
We
when
ain't
they
seen
were
it being active though.
right. We haven't seen the prime. Then we haven't
ain't
seen the
seen
Sith
a
and
prime,
Jedi in their prime. In their pre-May, if you will.
The pre-made.
Pre-made.
Also,
I'm saying this.
Paul,
Sounds great.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you
I'm
off.
just saying, Mark. That sounds great.
Thank you, Shane. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Also, Paul, I was just going to mention
Thanks, man. Are you gonna keep showing me pictures?
Genevieve O'Reilly as Mon Mothma
Great.
she's been fantastic.
Yeah, she's phenomenal. She's made a character that was a nothing character, just happens to be there. Incredible.
crap
Very good. Yeah.
You know, I knew he was doing something because he put on his glasses, and I was like, he's doing
He's
something.
about to get in the lab. He's about to get in the lab.
Do it again. I want to see.
He put on his glasses, and I was like,
He's up
something's
to
going
no
on.
good.
He also thought he was dead.
Quan is up to no good.
El Jor-El.
El Jorel.
El
Wow.
Jor-El.
Joel.
Man, amazing.
Cross him
The
off on the
speech
list.
therapist who works with me calls him Hoel.
See,
Oh,
that's
nice.
crazy.
Oh wow.
That's like
That's
like full on. I wasn't gonna go there, dude. No, dude. It's like, this is a multi-age show, except
multi-age.
for James' birthday. Okay.
Multi-age show.
No,
Shane's
dude, I'm just
birthday 2
saying.
weeks
Like,
ago.
there's some times where I slip out and say curse words.
Okay, all right, you slip out, Frank, please.
Unbelievable.
There has been some news and rumors
Has there?
Yeah, I do.
with reference to the MCU.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight we're going to watch the 35 MCU films.
Damn.
This is the 35th MCU film, the 13th MCU film since Endgame, Sonny.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
Literally nothing has been good. There's been like 3 out of the 13 that have been good.
They're saying this one's just as good as Endgame is what the
I've
critics
heard
say.
That it's the best MCU film since Endgame.
I've heard.
It'd be real
That
nice to
is,
watch a real good movie.
That would.
No, I'm excited for it.
We're
for sure.
seeing
But
in,
That would be 2 good movies in a row.
We're seeing XD. Apparently crazy after credit scene that I've never heard or read about. And then there's like
on.
posts as well. So the after
That
credit.
you also haven't read about.
No, I
There's
don't know
a
anything about
mid-credit
that. I
and
just
an
know that
end-credit.
they're there.
Mid credit and post
They
credit.
exist.
The
Mid
post
credit and post.
post is the one that we care about. It's supposed to be over 5 minutes long, which is crazy.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's the longest one in MCU history.
Long.
Wow.
Damn, I was gonna say something too. So I'm excited. I hope that it's everything that we hope, wish, and dream.
Are you
know?
excited more for that or the actual movie?
I'm excited for the end credit.
Okay, because
Yeah.
yeah,
You know who you're talking to, right?
Yeah, I was like, y'all know who you're talking to, man.
yeah.
Come on
'cause-
now,
yeah.
baby.
Well,
Sonny,
I
you
mean,
still
you know,
deciding whether or not you like the movie if the end
Yeah.
credit is good?
Well, that's why I like the Marvels.
Of course. I was going to say. 'cause
End
the-
credits kind of chill.
Credit was so
because
great.
I mean, there's a way to watch a movie, and then there's a way to watch a Marvel movie.
Correct. And then there's a way to
Thanks
watch
to Marvel, actually.
Wonder Woman
Yeah,
movies.
way to screw it up.
Thanks
Put it
to
on mute.
Ferris Bueller, actually.
Ferris Bueller.
Damn,
That's right,
Put 'em
because
on.
he's
No,
part
put
of the
'em on.
MCU now.
No, put him on. No, tell him why.
Oh, because that had a post-credit scene.
Yep.
Right.
And it,
One of the
popped
first
up.
ones?
And
Well, I don't want to say one of the first ones because if I'm wrong, I'm going to get
You're gonna get
attacked for it.
Oh my
But it
gosh, Jimmy Smits
popularized
all over
the
again.
post-credit scene.
right, and that's why they did that in Deadpool.
Let's look it up real fast to see if
The first post-credit scene ever.
It's probably
was-
going to be like Jason and the
That was-
Argonauts or something. I don't know.
it was Ferris
Who?
Bueller.
Maybe one of the Ernest movies.
What'd you call me?
I wish it was one of the
Yeah.
Ernest movies.
I think. Yeah.
Ernest
know what I
Scared
mean,
Stupid is
Vern?
my favorite.
So we're hearing some rumors.
one.
RDJ may be playing multiple
people.
roles in the movie in Doomsday.
Yeah.
They're going to be filming Doomsday and Secret Wars back
Together.
to back.
yeah,
Lord of the Rings style.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings
Avengers
style.
Endgame and Infinity War style.
Yeah, pretty much. We know that your boy, or sorry, Shane's boy,
Oh,
Tom Holland?
Tom Holland, is going to be shooting like 4 movies next year. That there's going to be
busy guy.
This guy hates fun.
for the scenes that are going to have Spider-Man in both Brand New Day and
You're
in
a hater,
Doomsday.
dude. You're so
There's going to
upset.
be a considerable amount of voiceover recording after the fact that he actually won't be on set.
So it's
For
going to be
a lot
him.
of a lot of those movies. when
It's
they're
going to be
shooting.
like some random in the suit, and he's just going to be voicing like what's going on.
Yeah, I hope it's a guy who's like 6'2".
that'd be great.
Just like some jacked
Because Holland's little.
Hope it's Seamus.
I didn't know that until
Mr. Stark.
I looked up. He's a little guy.
Mr. Stark. He's very small.
Yeah. Well, she's like 6 or 7 inches taller than him, right?
Zendaya?
She's tall.
Yeah, dude.
If she's a model, so she's what, 6 feet?
That proves that all the short kings around the world
Hey,
can,
shawty.
Got a shot.
can have a shot with a beautiful supermodel.
Gorgeous supermodel.
You just got to be from the UK and be Spider-Man.
tall.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Marcus,
I think the wallet has something to do with it too. Go ahead.
Maybe there's or his non-alcoholic
She
beer.
got more money than him.
Yeah, for sure.
for sure.
100%.
Mr. Sinister is rumored to be the villain
Yes.
in the MCU X-Men film. Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
That's a good one.
If that
That's
uh, proves to be true.
For the first
yeah,
movie?
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think that would be like
So much.
way fun.
Yeah. Jared Leto would make a good Sinister. I think just glue a little red ruby to his forehead.
But bro's already
paint him in white.
Morbius.
Yeah.
You know who would be
Nobody
a
cares
great
about
Mr.
Morbius.
Sinister?
John Hamm.
Jimmy Smits.
Wow.
Or
Really?
Or
Benjamin Bratt. Or Shane's favorite actress, Val Verlarth.
Yes.
What was her name?
Val Hammersmith.
You got
or,
it, buddy.
Or Coolio.
Please don't get him back on.
No. All jokes
Faye
aside,
Marseille.
we're a serious show. This is like
I know. What are we doing?
a very serious show.
That was like a joke in it. So,
I'm saying this.
John Hamm.
John Hamm.
Yeah.
You think John Hamm?
Why
I
not?
don't know about
Jared
that.
Leto.
He's already Morbius, bro.
You said that already.
And he
And I
probably
still
wants to
picked
forget
Jared
about
Leto.
that.
how about Tom Hardy?
How about Tom Hollander?
I mean, if you look at it this way,
RDJ.
we know
What
how
about
Mr.
Matt
Sinister
Mickelson?
looks. If you put John Hamm in that makeup,
He looks
is it gonna-
just like Sinister.
I mean, is it gonna work out? I mean,
Brother.
he's gotta.
I hope he wears a suit
You
and
know what?
smokes cigarettes.
You know, we just RDJ can do that too. He can
Yeah.
do that too. Yeah, he's
he's gonna play everybody.
Yeah, he's just gonna play everybody.
That's gonna piss me off, honestly. That's gonna piss me off.
Weird.
That's okay. He's gonna have some serious schizophrenia.
Last movie he
after
was
all
in, he
these
won an
roles.
Oscar for. So why wouldn't you want him to play all the characters?
Because that'd be
Yeah, I don't wanna play multiple roles,
cheap
though.
and so poor. Where there's
poor.
like you can do so many cool things. Like put a dope. I was gonna cuss again. Put a dope character, and it's like this. Like it's like when we
You
saw.
weren't mad when Michael B. Jordan was multiple characters.
That's different.
That's different. Fantastic Four doesn't really count. That's
What?
that.
I
that
meant
one-
He's in Sinners.
in
oh damn! I'm talking about in the MCU.
I know what you're talking about. Sonny.
Well, I mean,
I'm just trying.
Oh,
well, I mean,
creepy.
they gotta save. I mean, they gotta save the money because I think in his contract, RDJ's contract, they bought him a private plane.
So says the Instagram post you sent us.
yeah, I thought that was cool. I was like, oh, that's that. So that's all the Terrence Howard money. Okay.
They bought him a private jet with the money they were going to give to Terrence Howard
Yeah.
to do Iron Man 2.
Can't.
It's the money they
14
were going to
years
give
ago.
to Jonathan
Stay front.
Majors.
Oh yeah, it could have been that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That'd be good.
Or any of the other, or Blade. Yeah, we don't have a Blade movie, so
Blade movie, I don't know if is going to happen at all. What? A doggy.
It's not gonna happen.
Woof, woof.
I guess they can't. I guess they won't. I guess they fronting. It's
Nick is here in the chat. Hi, Nick. He says
Nick.
they just give it to Henry Cavill. Make Henry Cavill him
Just
Mr.
cast
Sinister.
him.
I think Cavill. would
Just
be a
cast
better
him as
Sinister
everything.
than
But I
John
heard
Hamm.
I heard a rumor that Henry Cavill is already in the MCU. They just haven't announced his character yet.
Oh,
Because he made the cameo as
Yeah.
the next Wolverine in Deadpool, but
True.
Deadpool 3.
well, he should play. People were asking who should play Omni-Man in live action, and everyone's saying Henry Cavill, and I'm like, bro, people just want him to play anything that even kind of resembles Superman in any way, shape, or form.
That's fair.
I mean,
Is there an issue with that, Paul?
Yeah, because this Superman is a bland, boring Superman.
Yo, what'd you bring for Copper Drop?
Oh no.
Yeah, what does that have to do with Henry Cavill being a bad Superman?
Wow.
Came back just in
That
time.
comeback doesn't even make any sense.
No, I will later though.
No, it won't, because
won't.
it's not about Henry Cavill. I'm yelling now.
So, in other words, it made.
In other words, Superman is not boring. Henry Cavill is.
Oh, you
Whoa,
not
bro.
nice person.
Wow. Even
For real?
when, even when,
When
like,
he reloads his arms.
Yeah,
and-
That's different. That doesn't count. Tom Cruise was involved. That doesn't count.
Paul,
like,
Paul
bro,
can't deny that was the
If
coolest
you
thing.
somehow manage to do something boring in a Tom Cruise
pretty
movie,
cool.
then you really, really
I've been doing that
suck.
when I run food at work.
Pop, pop.
Give me the tacos.
Mahi Mahi tacos.
well,
Mahi Mahi tacos.
No, if you know, you know. Type beat. Oh damn.
Reload his arms. It is a dope move, man. I love that part. It's the best part of the movie.
You're welcome.
Nah, I like Henry Cavill. He's all right.
Best part
I
is
watched
when I
Enola
see
Holmes
Frank
the
at
other
work.
day. He's good as Sherlock Holmes.
You know, I never watched that actually.
He's all right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah,
boy.
he's Sherlock Holmes and Enola Holmes.
No.
You didn't know that?
What's Enola Holmes?
It's Millie Bobby
Holmes.
Brown
What's a
as
Millie Bobby Brown.
what's his name? Sherlock Holmes' younger sister.
Sherlock Holmes.
What did I call him? I call him Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
We call him Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
Okay, Matt, what's
it's
his name?
dope.
Count Orlok.
Is it dope?
No,
it's fun.
dude,
It's
it's not,
fine.
bro. It's not. No,
Hello.
it's not. Don't.
It's
lie.
fine.
Is he better Sherlock Holmes or Superman?
bro.
Better Sherlock
why
Holmes.
are we at
Way
what?
better Sherlock Holmes.
brother?
Is he a better?
You know that the
Arnold
Sherlock
or-
Holmes estate tried to sue that movie because they gave Sherlock Holmes emotions, and apparently you're not allowed to do that.
Sherlock Holmes
supposed
doesn't
to
have
be,
emotions.
He's supposed to be a stoic
Look it up.
investigator, I guess.
Yeah, he's not supposed to have.
Look it up.
so, yeah.
That's all I got to say.
I'm
Stone Cold. Stone Cold.
stoic.
And Nick is back in the chat
what'd you
here.
call
He
me?
says that according to Google, the movie The Silencers in 1966 is credited with being the first film to feature a post-credit scene.
That's why I didn't say first.
1966.
Said popularized.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So Marcus, we're just making a list of stuff for you to watch. You got to watch Andor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andor's really good.
You need to go to the theater and watch Sinners. You got like another week.
Also really good.
Okay.
And then we need you to watch Last of Us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll just re-record this episode.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, I love it. Okay.
So we're not really recording. We're live.
Shane, this is a big weekend for us.
What is
Yeah,
that?
Okay, because this is like the closest
is?
that a lot of us will ever get to Christmas. This is Free Comic Book Day weekend.
Oh, that's right.
This Saturday
It
is Free Comic Book
gonna
Day.
have a good time.
At a lot of local LCSs all over the Vegas Valley. We're going to be
Word.
checking out 4 or 5 of them. I don't know, maybe more. We're
Word.
going to be checking out a lot of them. We're going to go over some of the details
Word.
of some of the shops, some of the things they're going to be having going on this weekend
Word.
when we get to the end of the Copper Drop. But it is time for, I guess, downtown Las Vegas's favorite segment of the week.
Yeah.
We polled people.
We polled,
No, we did. No,
We
we did.
polled-
we
At
polled
least
the guy
1, 2,
sleeping outside.
6 people.
And
Against the building.
Yes.
Where
No,
we
we did.
record this show.
I love it when I hear that guy in there scream every Thursday
and
night.
then we asked Quan, and it's 2 for 2. So why don't you go ahead and kick off?
Quan enjoys it as well.
Yes, why don't you go ahead and kick off our favorite segment of the week?
You know what? We have a good time here on this show, and I especially have a good time, especially after my third White Claw this week. We've changed our setup, so it makes me even more excited to once again announce to all of you in this room that it is time to get out your books, you filthy schnooks, because we're doing it once again. It must be Thursday night because it's Cop or minutes you got! You got 2 minutes to wow and impress us with your fantastic books that you brought in for the week, because we're gonna do it! We're doing it tonight! If you ain't got your stuff together, we're gonna throw you out of here! Me and some man together! We're gonna grab you by your scrawny neck and throw you out of the building! This is my homie, and we're gonna do it to every last one of you in this room! Frank! Paul! Marcus! Let's do it once again. It's time for Copper Drop. Do it now!
Wow, thank you.
He used to do this normally, and I don't know when it changed, but I'm
No,
glad it did.
it changed. Like it turned into something that wasn't this. It's crazy.
It's evolved.
He evolved.
Yes.
Yeah,
he's-
yeah.
I knew it.
He owns
You know
it.
what I
He owns it. He's learned to own
No,
it.
he turns into a different person.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Who's going first?
That's
book-
right,
the
Nick.
bookie
We have
monster.
Spaceballs on in the background. You
Let me
know
at
this.
him.
The bookie monster.
Oh, wow.
Let me at him. Who's first?
Bookie Monster.
Sonny
Marcus
was
has had
first
that
this
one in the chamber all week.
I know.
wow.
You know he's been thinking about that one for a minute.
That's
My
crazy.
chamber's empty. It's blown.
We can
All right.
Whoa.
We can all attest to that.
So, Frank, you usually go last. I think today would be nice if you went first.
Frank?
Yeah, before I came over. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
Go ahead.
Somebody else
I've
start
lost
talking,
all train
please.
of thought.
All right, lovely and talented Quan. Put up the 2-minute marker so these fools do not go over. We will clown them if they do. And where is it? Normally you already have it on screen. Hey, go!
All right.
What's the background music this week?
We got to start with
Intended
Bitterroot. Number 2.
I love it.
Walker Brown and Sanford Green are back.
What'd you call me?
This is a limited series. Just check out this artwork. I was going to set this up.
Sick. 2 days on, 2 days off.
There you go. Tripping.
You call me.
The group is called
step.
to save a group of freedom fighters that are down in Mississippi. This book takes place in the 60s, so it is entrenched in a lot of racial overtones.
Boo.
This is an incredible book. I just gave one of the trades to our friend Mr. Val Verroverdiff over there earlier, so you can check out that trade paperback.
You're never getting that
for
back.
the original. I don't think I'll ever be seeing a lot of
Oh,
the
no,
trades back.
I've read quite a bit of it so
All right.
far, and it is.
I'm glad you
amazing.
enjoyed it.
Yeah,
But
I love it.
this is the book every week, okay? Marcus, every week.
Yes.
Every week.
That
Every week.
It's the first thing I read. It's the thing I look forward to every month. It's been Ultimate Spider-Man, Kaketto, Hickman, and Wilson. It's phenomenal. there is a hard left turn to their
thought you were
source
gonna say.
material and what they end up doing with
hard
the
left.
character Mysterio. It is amazing what they do with this story. You ever imagined like Peter Parker as an adult becoming Spider-Man later in life, that he already has a family, he already has a career established, and things are still going sideways, and all the people around him are trying to do their best as well. Ultimate
15
Spider-Man
seconds.
is fantastic. You got to check it out.
I love it.
And in a moment, we're going to get into all the free comic book day stuff. We're really looking forward to it. We're going to also be doing Star Wars night at the ballpark. Las Vegas Aviators this weekend, baby.
Can't wait. Yay!
Wow, you're getting good at that timing, dude.
Sometimes.
You're
That
good.
was
Oh, the
really-
back of that
that
looks
was
awesome. What is
good.
that?
That is the world to come. This new Marvel Knights.
Oh,
Wait.
you're done.
So we got, what is that? Black Panther? Who's
Doing?
next to
You
that?
can't continue to keep.
All right, I'll ask afterwards.
Ask after.
Marcus, you are up.
All right, lovely Quana.
All right. Greetings, everyone. So this week what happened right now?
This
Anyway, this week
got
we
it, bro.
saw the volume 6 of Lady Mechanica by Benitez has released in a hardcover format. This collects the last two stories lines that he did, the Monster of the Ministry of Hell, as well as the Devil in the Lake, which wrapped up in December of last year. The sixth volume, deluxe issue. If anyone knows anything about Lady Mechanica, you know that it's gorgeous artwork. You know, it's a steampunk vibe.
Oh yeah.
She's she's a enhanced individual who goes around.
That's what people call me, man.
Helping others, and finds herself doing involved in all kinds of unsuspecting adventures. And then
It's my dating life.
Volume 2, I finally got it. It came out a few months ago, but Volume 2 of Flash by Mark Waid.
Ooh,
Mark Waid, Mike Wingo. This is pretty much everything, because if anyone knows, hey, Mark Waid, he stayed on this title for about 100 issues, and it has everything, I believe. This wraps it up in the second volume, because there's all kinds of the special one-shots in there as well. But one person from
that book is thick.
It is. I like big books, and I cannot lie. And
That was good.
And
I like that one.
what's great about it is because somebody asked me this on my Instagram. Without this run by Mark Waid and Mike Rowingo, without this run, you wouldn't have the foundation and the springboard from which Jeff Johns' run were to take it from there. So this is where all the basic mythos kind of was well established, the Speed Force and all that, before Jeff Johns took it to another level.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
That was awesome. So we're done, huh?
Dan.
No,
No, I forgot. No, we're friends.
Oh,
We're
Remember
friends.
earlier when I told
friends.
Sonny that I wanted him to talk about the
Henry Cavill, issue 1.
what's it called?
Oh,
Last of Us stuff.
Absolute Henry
You're
Cavill.
right. You're right. It just sometimes I can't help it. There's a bit, and I have to play the character.
That's true.
can't help it.
So
fair.
Paul,
wanted to.
oh my God, what did you bring this week for New Comic Book Day?
So I was gonna do one thing, and then I forgot that Rob did it last week, so I had to pivot. First of all, blah, 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 Superman. Josh Williamson's Superman, part of the Summer of Superman line that's going on right now. I'll hold it
pretty
up there
cool.
for a little longer for Dre.
Yeah, it's a cool cover.
cover.
Written by
That's a really
Joshua
cool cover.
Williamson's. 3 different artists on it is Dan Mora, Eddie Barrows, and Joshua Campbell. The art is phenomenal. The story is a little crowded. There's XL, who is like a version of Lex Luthor, who is Superman. There's Lex Luthor, who's a good guy now, pretty much, until he does something that really irritates Superman. Who would have guessed? Superman has like red sun poisoning. Lois has powers until she doesn't, and there's a lot going on. Banshee has put Jimmy Olsen in the hospital. There is way
kind
too
of
much
stuff.
going on. Great art.
But the art's
I
awesome.
wanted to mention this because as part of the Summer of Superman line in September, we are getting another Superman book from Philip Kennedy Johnson. It is called Adventures of Superman Book of L with Scott Godlewski on art, and I'm really excited for that and the whole Summer of Superman arc. And the other book I'm going to talk about is Absolute Flash.
Hell yeah,
by Jeff Lemire and
excited for
Nick
this one.
Robles.
What'd you call him?
Yeah, Robles. Yeah.
Yeah, Nick Robles.
Whoa,
yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
Whoa, hey, whoa. What did he say?
Relax, all right? Anyways,
Bagnoli.
it's the reimagining of Flash. He's getting chased by the Rogues. Barry Allen works with his father. This is Wally West, and there's a bunch of really interesting stuff going on. And it seems to be that the Flash's powers in this are not so much running as much as it is he exists on the time continuum in every place at once and can kind of jump to whatever spot he wants to.
Which is cool.
Nice.
Ooh. That was cool.
Robles' art is awesome too.
Did he win?
Got him before the whistle.
I think he won for me, maybe. It's either Frankie's Ultimate Spider-Man
Spider-Man?
or
You're
Jimmy,
old
Jimmy
as
Jack
hell,
Spider-Man or Paul's Superman.
The Flash, you mean?
No, it's Superman.
You like the Superman over the Flash, huh?
Yeah, Superman over.
You get the Superman and you get the.
And you put the pudding on your stir and it's good.
All right.
Well, maybe a Bill Cosby Halloween costume might work.
That might. What? I don't know.
I don't know if we
not
can do
at
that
this
now.
point. You're right. You can't do that.
No
you can't
thanks.
do that. You're right.
My pick is Paul. I think Paul won this week
For the
with
Superman?
Pick his Paul. Pick his Paul. Pick his
Jimmy
Paul.
Jackson.
Pick his Paul.
That's funny. I picked Paul for the Flash.
Jeez, either way,
Yeah.
Paul wins.
Remember last week when Quantum of Blankets Paul ever won?
What have we done?
Yeah.
You won
Deserve
with two
this.
different.
I have now. What up, Jimmy Smits?
Marcus won 3 weeks in a. Did he win 2 weeks in a row or 3?
Well,
Rob came
Rob
on.
came
on. Paul, okay, Marcus won
2
the
weeks.
last.
He won 2 times.
I don't think
And
I don't think I've ever won.
then
No, you
Shane
won.
brought
Maybe
books
once.
that one time. I wasn't here.
Damn.
What are you kidding me? Sonny would have no part of me winning Copper Drop.
I was
ever.
just merely mentioning that you brought books.
That's
I know I
true.
brought books, but
All right, I'll do
I
next
I don't
week
even
then.
think Sonny was even listening to me when I brought my books.
He's
Big
going to bring a
jerk.
coloring book.
We were gonna mention again because it is Free Comic Book
Paul.
Day. Free Comic Book Day this weekend.
Yeah.
Over there at Cosmic, our buddy James Stone is gonna be doing sketches. Super
cool.
On Saturday, May 3rd. Over there, they're gonna have all kinds of different sales going on.
Super cool.
At
Homie.
Maximum.
I can't be stoked.
At Maximum, the OG Maximum, they're going to be having a bunch of sales going on. Maximum Northwest, they're releasing a new T-shirt that's kind of like a Venom-inspired T-shirt over there with the Maximum Comics logo kind of mixed in there. And sales are bringing back their Maximum mystery box thing.
Well,
They'll
who
be doing
does
that
Marcus
as well.
hate? That's not Maximum, is it?
Anyway. Also, I wanted to mention our buddy, Sir Marcus
Marcus hates
Alon.
somebody.
Our buddy Stephen
Your
Lolito,
dog.
Parashift is
Everybody.
going to be dropping officially this weekend.
That's gonna be
He's going to be doing a signing, and him along with Vic Moya and Alan Wu are going to be doing sketches and signing stuff over at Gorilla Todd Comics on Saturday.
That was fun.
For Free Comic Book Day. Guys, get out, Free Comic Book Day.
Good times.
This could be the last Free Comic Book Day there is.
Don't say that, dude.
Because of Diamond and having their issues,
And
there,
tariffs.
there might not be another
Don't say
Free
that,
Comic Book
dude.
Day. So get out there and support.
make
When
this
you go to
political.
these LCSs,
Comic tariffs.
buy something. Go and get some free comics.
And
But
then
also
buy
support
something, you
small
schnooks.
business.
Yeah, dude.
Get in there, spend
Buy one of the
some money.
Don't be so
statues.
cheap.
Buy
Get a couple
something.
comics.
Buy a
But,
T-shirt.
Yeah, dude.
These are big days for these stores, and it's really cool to see the community kind of come together. I was telling you
days
guys
for these
about last year when they did Free Comic Book Day. All the kids that were in the shops it was
Yeah,
really
dude.
cool. I
Yeah,
went
I
to
remember
4
that,
shops.
yeah.
There are kids everywhere. It's really cool to be able to see new readers. And they have a lot of books that are geared towards young people. So parents, don't be nervous about bringing your kids to comic shops. They've got a lot of stuff for kids. They're going to be doing for big kids like Paul and Marcus and myself. They're going to have some all-in, absolute tie-in Free Comic Book Day special for DC.
I think it's
They're-
written by Lemire.
Yep. And they're also going to be doing some stuff with the Ultimate line as well for Marvel. Kind of like a preview as far as when they start their crossover event later on in like June or July, and then they're also going to have some of the Energon universe with that whole Transformers, Void Rivals, GI Joe. There's a bunch of different options for you for Free Comic Day, including Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is going to be writing a comic book that's going to be out for Free Comic Day. It's called Champion.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He's going to have that available for this weekend as well. So you're probably going to have to check out a couple shops because I don't know how much they ordered of the Kareem comic. Yeah. But get out to some comic book shops this weekend. Go visit stores, pick up some free books, meet a lot of people in the community. We're going to be hanging out at a few shops, maybe recording some stuff in some capacity, hanging out at different stores this weekend. It's going to be a great time, and we're going to go to a baseball game on Saturday night.
Yeah,
I will be there.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm going to get drunk.
Nick says in the chat, the free comic books are not free for the stores.
Yes, so
if you can,
you have to buy
something else too. Yeah.
That's a fair.
The whole point.
They have to buy the books. So
I might go to these comic book stores. I'm going to buy everybody's birthday gifts for the year. That's what I'm going to do. Paul's is coming up. Marcus's is coming up. Well,
they're
November.
after mine. Yeah,
This
In
year.
November, yeah.
Just like
I know, but I want to just buy it early, get it done.
All right.
you got to get a Andor poster and then
have
like
that.
a
I
Doom
already gave him
Funko Pop.
I'm going to get
And like a
Marcus, I don't know what. A He-Man Woman Haters Club shirt.
Oh man. Hey.
He's like, yeah, dude.
I like that.
I'll do that. Or the No Ma'am shirt from like Married with Children.
Yeah,
No
Married with
ma'am.
Children.
Yeah.
If they have that in the comic book store, I'm buying it.
What's mine? Do me next.
I'm
What's
gonna
mine?
get everybody's
What's mine?
stuff.
You gotta
we're
do
going to
me
get
next.
you some
What's
of
mine?
that Blueberry
What's mine?
Midnight Attack
Oh man.
Blaster
For
Attack.
Sonny, I got a weed and a.
You got me a disposable and an 8.
I got a disposable.
Oh, and some gummies.
Edibles. Yeah.
Wow.
Got you all kinds of
No
crap.
one will know, but I ate 10 of them before.
No one will know. You just told everybody, you fool.
No one will
No one will know. We
But
can
no
tell.
one's going to know.
That explains the
Nobody's gonna
munchies.
know.
That explains the munchies because
They're
you did eat a
gonna
lot of
know.
brisket. You did eat a lot of brisket.
No. I'm talking about on the show.
Oh no.
No. We're being recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to ask
Don't
you
give him another one.
guys.
Don't give him another one.
It was being said by the Netflix. I don't know, it was the CEO or CFO or
It
one
was
of
a
the executives.
BO.
Executives for Netflix.
Yeah.
He was talking about how people don't really care that much about the theater going experience.
That's rude.
And
Why not?
I wanted to tell you guys was it 2
Bad
weeks ago
idea.
when we went to go see Sinners.
Yeah.
Right? We went to go see Sinners a couple weeks back.
Amazing cinema experience.
It's a great experience.
IMAX was great.
That's the kind of movie that you have to see in theaters.
Yeah.
You have to go see with your friends.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts. I mean, are we going to get more movies that are going to be like this limited release? Then they put everything out on a streaming platform or something? Like, where do you think we're going with the movies in particular? We're going to have a big summer for
wanna go
movies.
first?
So wait a minute. So
Oh,
Frank.
Marcus is gonna go first.
So yeah. You guys
Yes,
forget
Sir
me over
Marcus
here.
a lot.
Yeah. So, but the thing
how I
is,
feel.
so with Sinners, was there a lot of trailers and advertisement for it?
Kinda.
Not as much as others.
Okay, so
Not
there's-
as much as
so there-
others.
so there's
'Cause
my point.
There's tons of people that I saw that said I don't know that it was even a vampire movie.
Exactly.
When
So that is my point. So if you want a good theater experience,
Stay off the damn internet.
You need some anticipation. Quit releasing the damn movie before it comes out.
Well, Superman's doing a really
Too
good job
much.
of that right now.
Too
They're not
much.
putting anything out. Yeah.
You
Well,
said Superman's
yeah.
boring, dude. You said
yeah,
you
said it.
didn't
You said
like
it.
Superman.
Yeah,
You
said
guys
it was
are-
boring.
You
did say it was
said
boring.
Marcus-
you didn't
Yeah.
care.
What
about
was the
him.
Marvel film that they were doing all that stuff and then they were like releasing scenes of the movie prior to as Doctor Strange or
No, it was
something?
Brave New World,
and
bro.
Brave New
They're
World,
putting
yeah.
like tons of stuff
Everything
out.
that we
Brave New
saw
World,
of the
yeah.
Red Hulk
There were
was in the
setting
trailer.
final trailers for it.
They had to, though.
Right.
Yeah, to
Did
get butts
they?
and seats. Because if they didn't, bro, that might not have been the movie, man.
Right.
That might not have
They
been
had,
it.
I think they had to. With that.
Well, the one thing we're overlooking with Sinners is it's an incredible movie.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that's why it is doing so
Yeah.
well. And it actually only had about a 10% revenue drop off from the first weekend to the second
Which is
weekend.
crazy.
Which, for some context, when a movie only has a 50% drop off from first to second weekend, that's considered really good. So to have only a 10%, I think some of the only big films like that have had that kind of success is something crazy like Titanic made more money in its second weekend, and Avatar made more money in like its sixth weekend. But other than that, the original Air Bud. But it's done incredibly well, and
crazy.
I think this is the first year since COVID where movies are really all the things that would have been in production and come out a couple years ago are finally actually those bigger ideas are coming to fruition.
Me and you just talked about it, man.
And I think that these movies are going to make things go back a little bit before to pre-COVID. And Sinners is the first indication of that.
That's crazy.
And you know what's funny? If the Netflix CEO had said this 2 months ago, we would have been like, yeah. But now we're looking at Sinners just crushed it. Superman's coming out. Jurassic World's coming out.
Thunderbolts got great
Fantastic
reviews.
Four. Thunderbolts
Mission
is tracking
Impossibles.
to do. Thunderbolts is tracking to do 180 million in its opening weekend.
The first time
That's
numbers.
phenomenal.
I'm saying this. The first time that I saw an actual, this is back in the day when Spider-Man,
Was drawn.
the not that far back in the day. When I was 5. No, Spider-Man, Spider-Verse.
27 BC.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse was out, and the first week it came out and it didn't do all that well. Like the second week it came out and it started crushing because the movie was so
Word
good.
of mouth.
Word
you
of
see
mouth.
thing on the internet. You're like, oh.
Absolutely. And me and my son went to go see it, and there were a lot of people in the theater. We're just going, this movie's good. We had and there wasn't a lot of advertisements.
Right.
What
movie was that?
Right.
The Meg?
Yeah, the Meg.
What movie?
The Meg 2.
Spider-Man, Spider-Verse.
Oh,
First Spider-Man.
But you know what
Phenomenal.
else helps Sinners a lot? And I think this is what good movies do. It's not about, and the execution obviously matters. It's not about vampires.
No.
It's about ownership and music and generations of people and connecting each other. That's what makes the vampire so compelling in that movie.
I've seen it
Jordan,
3 times
dope.
in the damn movie theater.
Yeah, it's
And you had no problem going back to see it.
No,
We-
dude, I
we-
saw
we-
the
we
third
wanna
time
see
and
it.
I'm like,
Okay,
stay for
well,
that.
I'm down.
It's very good, and I hope. And now it looks like Thunderbolts is going to be for all intents and purposes. It sounds like it's going to be a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
Obviously, we haven't seen it yet, but with Thunderbolts and Sinners, it's a really great indication that this summer is going to be a bunch of just great movie after great movie after great movie.
I wish I would have brought it up just because I would love everybody to go see it. There's a new thriller coming out called Weapons.
Comes out in August.
With Josh Brolin and Silver Surfer. What's her name? Jenna.
Jenna Ortega.
I can't remember the name.
No. The chick
Val
from-
Verdaverde.
No, it looks like a creepy, super creepy thriller.
I have a fun
horror
story
movie.
about
I
that.
would love to watch. I would love to watch
My
that.
God.
Is this the one from Wolfman?
Shut up, dude.
So the movie that
Yeah, me shut
Sonny is talking about, Weapons, it
ahead.
comes out in August. It's directed by Zach Kreger, who
it
did.
looks creepy
he
as
wrote.
hell.
He wrote Weapons also. He also made Barbarian,
Yes,
which is a very
which is
good movie.
Crazy.
So
That's a crazy movie.
Kreger wrote
Crazy.
Kreger wrote Weapons as a spec script, meaning nobody hired him to do it. He
Oh,
just
wow.
wrote it, and he
Just like What's Up?
And so with spec scripts, you kind of have to put it up for auction, even if it's your own thing. And Kreger and Jordan Peele's manager are the same person.
Oh.
And they have different production companies backing
course.
them. Then, but Kreger won the auction. He won his own script, and he's going to make it.
Oh,
Jordan
damn.
Peele fired his manager after he did not get it. That's how good this script
Are you
was.
serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a great indication for how good this movie is.
Please go watch the trailer for Weapons.
Yeah.
It looks crazy. It's very creepy.
Can we watch it right now?
Do we have time?
So
Weren't we going to watch it?
We could.
with the success of Sinners,
Yeah,
when you have a movie as successful as Sinners, that's original and whatnot. So now, if let's say
Marcus.
6 months down the line,
Marcus.
they release
Said that for 20 minutes.
Oh, I didn't.
Let's say just down the line they say, okay, we're here's a Sinners 2 coming out.
No, we don't need it.
No,
Okay.
don't need it.
No, just for I don't know about the story,
No.
but let's say there was room for a sequel. Now you have that. You already have that reputation, that lure, that
I see what
magic
you're
or whatever.
saying. Sure.
To want to go to the theater.
I think
Okay?
that the movie, though, like with a movie like Sinners, it feels like it felt like an event type film, and they didn't even know at the
Yes.
time that it was an
Right.
event
No,
type movie.
and that's
when
the
you're
thing,
watching
bro.
it, and then that is probably why they didn't have this big a drop off the second week, because everybody's like, "Did you,
You
watch
have to-
Sinners?
you have
Like,
to go
should
watch this
see
movie.
it. Like
You
it's
absolutely
really
can.
good."
Yeah.
After
I
the
told
fact.
so many people, and then they watched the movie and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm telling all my friends."
I told
it was
two
amazing.
people at work after I saw it, and they
And
went
then they
and
were like,
watched
"Go
it.
see it," and they're like,
Sinners
"This
is
movie's great."
The kind of movie that people who don't go see movies hear about and go see.
But I think with the theater thing,
date night
as far as theater versus you streaming everything on the couch, there is a different experience for you being in that atmosphere and
Yeah.
experiencing those kind of films.
Yeah.
Could you
Yes.
imagine
No.
watching Sinners for the first time on your TV?
Oh hell no, dude.
I would
Bro.
have been bummed.
Because you can't pause it. You can't like worry about whatever's going on in like life, whether it's like I gotta go somewhere, I gotta respond to an email, whatever the case. You're
Homemade
locked in.
nachos.
And unless
Tots,
you have an
garlic
incredible
knots.
surround sound system in your home, you
It's
miss
not.
out on a big portion of the experience with the,
The music
and
is
the
just
sound
as
That's
editing.
another thing.
The music
Yeah.
is just as
Yeah.
much of a character in Sinners as Michael B. Jordan.
Marcus, you should see it in
It is
theaters.
Arguably
bro.
more so.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You should watch it in theaters, bro.
It's also the social.
Speak about
experience, too.
theaters,
Yeah.
guys. Here's the Academy Award-winning nominee trailer for Weapons.
Did you just tee something up that I was going to say that he didn't have it.
No, he
I had
didn't.
no idea.
Well, I know that now.
Crazy. Watch it.
So this one Wednesday is like a
one.
normal day for the whole school. But today was different. Every other class had all their kids,
Julia Garner.
but
That's
Mrs.
it, that's
Gandy's room was totally empty.
All her kids in their classroom was
And
gone.
you
As a
know
teacher,
why?
creepy,
Because the
right?
night before, at 2:17
Yeah,
in the
Paul.
morning, every kid
You just show up and
Woke
every kid
up.
in your classroom. is gone?
got out of
Yeah,
bed,
really scared.
All right, my bad.
walked downstairs, and into the dark. And they never came back.
I don't understand at all. Why just her classroom? Why only hers?
Where are our children?
We have a lot of emotional
Wong.
balance here. I think it's best if you keep some distance
He's
from this
awesome
place.
too.
Josh Brolin's dope.
Yeah, Thanos, Wong, and Silver Surfer in this movie.
Oh my.
Matthew, where are you?
Dude.
Where did you go?
Are you kidding me?
Dude.
This is where the story really starts.
Bro, I'm freaked out. Yeah. I'm watching the trailer inside this studio and I'm freaked out.
Yo, dude.
You know
that was
that
freaky, man.
I don't watch horror movies.
You don't like scary movies.
I don't
know.
like.
Yeah,
I
you
don't like
yeah.
horror movies.
I don't either.
I want to watch that.
Right? Because
That
there's
was freaky, man.
Where's
I thought the power went out. I was like, damn.
Where's Robert Downey Jr. in it though?
right. He'll be Iron Man in this. He'll be Doom. He'll
Okay,
be-
he needs to
gotta
be in
be
this. He has to be
kidding
in
me.
that too.
That
So
was
does Henry
crazy.
Cavill.
So okay,
This
look.
isn't an A24 joint.
It looks like an A24 kind of joint,
I
but it's
don't
not.
think
It's
it
not.
is.
It's not. You get
It's a
Josh
Nickelodeon.
Brolin, who's awesome. You can tell that he is either a father or something because he's like, why is it your classroom?
Oh, you're a classroom.
You know, I'm interested.
You say
so
Nickelodeon did this, Frank? Is that
Yeah,
what you said?
yeah.
if you give me original,
Warner Brothers.
if you
New
give
Line.
me original
Wow.
cool stuff, I'll go to the movie theater.
Dude, that's dope.
If you give me stuff like that, I'll go to the movie theaters.
I think what's important is original cool. If we're gonna have the sequels and the remakes, but if you have original cool stuff mixed in with it, nobody's gonna be upset.
Right.
Like, of course that's gonna happen. But when the sequels and prequels and remakes are the only thing in theaters, people are gonna be annoyed, and they're not, I'm not gonna go see that.
This movie comes out in August. It's going to be 114 degrees outside.
I'll
like
be
every
inside,
day.
bro.
You need to
We'll
go.
be
I'll
in the
be in the
theater in the
theater.
AC. I'm going to go watch that.
But yeah, and like
need
you
to make
said,
a
you don't
plan
like
now.
horror movies.
No.
You're kind of interested in that.
I
That
like
was
horror
crazy.
comics.
Yeah.
I don't
Horror comics,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah, horror
really like
comics.
horror, but I
Oh,
want to
Pedro
check
Pascal's
it
in
out.
it, too.
Well, Paul keeps
course.
telling me I need to watch Barbarian. I haven't watched Barbarian yet.
Barbarian's very good.
It's
That
nuts.
is a movie you
You
watch.
might not like. He might not like.
You're gonna towards the end of it. You're gonna be like, damn, why did I?
I
Commit
think
to
you'll
this?
you will
You'll
appreciate,
appreciate-
especially the first like 45 minutes is very good.
And I just turn it off, Ezra.
No,
No,
you're
it's
just
not.
not.
It doesn't get bad or anything.
It's just
crazy.
not
It's
your
a crazy
type of
movie.
movie.
yeah, it's just not
brother.
your type of movie.
If you don't like
Yeah.
horror films, it's a really crazy movie.
Dude,
But the
it's
first 45
insane.
minutes
It's a good movie.
is I don't want to tell you anything
right.
about it.
All right.
Watch the first 45 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, it's about Conan and
Barbarian.
the Barbarian.
Conan
Arnold
O'Brien.
Schwarzenegger's in it.
What'd you call me?
Dude, stop
Marcus,
it.
it's a big weekend for us,
stop it.
us
Crazy,
nerds.
bro.
It's
Stop
free
it.
comic book day weekend. What do you got for the
I
people?
know what I'm doing. What?
I think you covered it all. This is basically the weekend that's kind of like the Black Friday of comic book stores. So this is probably one of the biggest revenue generating.
They get in the black.
weekends. So by all means, support local business. Take your children out, get them, pry them off of the computer console and get them out there and teach them how to read because a lot of them don't know how to read. So let's get them going. All right, peace.
Nice.
Damn, bro. He's a piece, bro.
Wow.
Sonny, are you excited for Free Comic Day this
I'm
weekend?
so stoked. We're gonna have some stuff coming out pretty soon. Stay on the lookout. There is a show / anime that's on HBO.
Posting something about it, yeah.
Yeah. It's called Lazarus, and it's about some medicine that gets released and it can cure cancer, depression, anything under the sun. But they find out later that 3 years, if anybody that's ingested this is gonna die, and it's on like a month before the 3 year. So it's crazy anime. It's by creators of Cowboy Bebop and the choreography of John Wick.
Yeah.
So you have sick music and by Mappa. So it's like Jujutsu Kaisen animators choreographed by John Wick fighting and music by Cowboy Bebop.
Sounds
if
amazing.
anybody that like knows what's up, it's
Yeah.
very
Is it
good.
done or it's going on
No,
right
it's
now?
it's
that you just
ongoing.
said?
It,
Okay.
and it brings me back to feeling like a kid. It comes on Sundays at 8 a.m. or something like that. They release it. So it's like a Saturday morning cartoon
nice.
or whatever.
How many shows are? How many episodes are?
There's 4 or 5 out right now, and I think there's like 10 that they're gonna release.
Oh, okay.
It's so dope. Anybody
Sounds
that
good.
is, there's stuff that I like that's like pretty bad, but like this
That
isn't-
is true.
This isn't one of
I'll
them.
attest to that.
This is one of them. Shut up! You like Black Mirror or what's it? That's a Black Dark Matter.
Yeah, Dark Matter.
Yeah, you like that one. Shut up, dude.
The Room.
It's
Alright,
13 episodes. There's been
I did not hit
four
It's yelled at me.
episodes
I did
yet
not.
so far.
Great animation.
gonna
Voice
add it to
acting's
my
great.
to-watch
Please
list.
do.
All right, cool.
Lazarus, go watch it.
Yeah.
Shane, you have a new puppy?
I just want to say I have a new puppy. Her name is Valerie,
No?
after Valerie Bertinelli from
One day
It's
at
my
a time?
bartender's name.
One Day at a Time.
Marcus can't wait to yell at her.
Amy Winehouse.
Marcus will fight with her as much as he fought with Roxy. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That was weird because I mean, usually even total strangers, if they smell brisket, they're gonna shut up as dogs.
She's a dog.
Stupid
Marcus. You argued with a dog.
Yeah,
Now
she's
listen.
dumb. I don't like dumb
Yeah,
dogs.
she's a dumb dog.
Stupid dogs.
Yeah, it's the dog that's dumb. Marcus.
Yeah. You smell food. You're supposed to shut up and try to see if you can try to get
Listen,
some.
if
You know.
food comes second,
That's
you
why I
are a
didn't talk.
stranger in the house.
Paul, what? Put it,
Marcus,
Paul,
that's why I
Paul,
didn't talk. I was a good boy. I got
Paul.
brisket.
Sonny, I got you. Come on.
Paul, if they wanted to find us on the interwebs and anything of the such, where
Thanks a
would
lot.
they?
You just
Where would
ruined
they
my-
look us up on the interwebs of anything of the such?
If you wanted to find us on the interwebs in anything of the such, in the interwebs of anything of the such, you would find us at Into the West Comics on Spotify, Apple Pods, Instagram,
good, dude.
TikTok.
He does it all the time.
YouTube,
He
at
pays me lots of money,
Into_comics on Twitter. Now, I wanted to shout 2 things out.
didn't ask
One,
that.
I watched Mickey 17.
Oh,
I thought it was pretty good. It's incredibly
It's
well
different.
made. I think it loses itself a little bit in the second into the third act.
it's the
but-
Robert Pattinson movie that.
yeah,
if you guys
it
didn't
starts
know.
off really strong, and then I thought it was just pretty good the rest of the way. And then also Dre and I, shout out Dre. We're going to be working on shooting a short film on a script that I wrote. We're really excited for it. We're trying to make sure we have the location locked down. No guarantees on when that will be finished, but
It's in the making.
made some big strides on making
horror
that
film?
happen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It's going to be real simple, but real cool, I think. And it'll just be really fun to actually make something.
You're gonna act in it?
And if it, no.
Dang!
And I just think it's going to be very cool.
That'd have been dope.
That's why he's growing his hair out.
This whole time, that's what it was for. Yeah.
He's so cool.
Hey Frank, what do you have?
No, I'm just excited for Free Comic Book Day this weekend. We're checking all the shops and seeing peeps and cracking jokes and stuff, and then going to the game that night for Star Wars night, Star Wars night, over there at the ballpark. And yeah, I'm excited to hang out at the stores.
We're all going
and
to that?
seeing people.
What was the night
I
score?
think so. They 1-3-2.
Sick.
Nights 1, 3, 2. All right.
Yeah, but as far as tonight goes, we're going to see Thunderbolts, baby.
So we're gonna go see Thunderbolts. We got
fun for
XD
the
tickets. We gotta go eat some chopped cheese or something beforehand because we're going late night.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll have some type of review. I'm sure all of us will post something except for Shane because he's old and he'll be asleep. We'll post some kind of like, was it good or was it bad? Yeah,
Well, do we want to try? I mean, I don't know what. Let's record a thing like we did for Brave New World.
let's do it, dude.
Yeah.
You got it.
Simple enough.
Oh,
Oh, look, you can't go, huh? You're old. Movies don't work, huh? Can't go to the movies at 10 p.m.
it's too late.
But as far as tonight
He
goes,
said it was too late before
for Marcus, for Shane,
Oh,
for Sonny,
oh,
for Paul, for Dre, for Quan, it's Thunderbolt time in America.
yeah, that's cute.
Guys, have a great night. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. We really would appreciate
Like
it.
and subscribe.
Help us get to 1,000 subs.
1,000 subs.
What is a thunderbolt, by the way? It's a lightning.
Oh, you'll see.
You'll see.
Let me work it. I'm flipping and reverse it.
It's your from a Frank. Yeah, come on.
I love you, Eva.
I love you, Eva.
I love you, Valerie.
Have a good night, y'all.
Love you, Roxy.
See you next week.
I love you, Magnum. My homeboy's name is Magnum. I love you.
Yeah.